Alright, last drink that we're talking about right now is something that another Harry Johnson drink called a Morning Glory Fizz. Alright? Very traditional New Orleans drink, great with brunch. Those of you who work brunch, or bartenders or whatever, should definitely be comfortable offering this. It's a great food kind of drink. Okay? Harry Johnson, we talked about Harry Johnson. He's a guy that ended up owning 4 bars in New York, some famous bars in Brooklyn, Manhattan. He did really well for himself. And what he would do is he would have like a team of bartenders that would do the beers and the call drinks, and he would focus on the specialty drinks like this. It's really kind of cool. It's got some interesting ingredients. I love it because it's got blended scotch. We're using Dewar's in this drink, which is an ingredient that a lot of bartenders are kind of rediscovering to use mixed drinks with. It's not something they did a few years ago. Absinthe, which is kind of this legendary mystical drink that, you know, poets wrote about and stuff like that. Just a touch of absinthe. And egg white. Egg white is an ingredient that we used a long time ago. It adds a great kind of frothy, like meringue on top of your drink. Okay? So, that's about it on this drink. We'll show you how to make it. It takes a little bit of work, but it's a great summer, light, hot weather type of drink. Okay? Let's do it.
So this drink begins by adding all of our ingredients into our shaker, mixing, and then adding ice to shake. We do this so to sort of break up the egg white and get it sort of incorporated with some of the other ingredients. So we'll do that first. So this takes 2 ounces of our Dewar's. Into our mixing tin, not into a glass. 4 dashes of lemon juice, which is about a half a bar spoon of lemon juice. 2 dashes of lime juice. 1 bar spoon of simple syrup. Half a bar spoon of absinthe. Absinthe, the reason that they did, the poets and everybody wrote about it, was because it contained wormwood, which is a mild hallucinogen. And so in Paris, they would sit around in cafes, drink a bunch of absinthe, and then hallucinate all night, I suppose. It was banned in the United States, and now it's being reintroduced with lower concentrations, lower amounts of the absinthe. It has a nice sort of anisette flavor to it, and it's a little green. It's pretty. It was served, the way that they served it was over in a little cup with over a spoon with a sugar cube. They would pour it over so that it would sort of melt the sugar down into it. So it's sweet, light, tasty. But here we use little amounts of it. Again, we don't want people thinking that they're going to be hallucinating, and it also a little bit goes a long way. So now the fun part. I love this part. So we're going to separate the egg white from the yolk. Drop the egg white in. We'll get an egg separator, so this will be a little easier for everyone. Back, across. Get on the egg white. We use fresh eggs. We'll need to date them as we bring them up, so that we know that we are only keeping them upstairs for a couple of days. We don't want to use eggs for the salmonella issues and things like that. So we want to make sure that the eggs that we keep up in the bar are nice and fresh. Now, this doesn't have any ice in it, so we're going to add our glass. When we shake with the shaker, with the Boston shaker, which is what we will primarily be using, you want to make sure that the shaker is flush against the glass on one side, and then there's a little bit of room on the other side. You'll put your thumb on the side that is flush, and then you put 2 fingers on top of the pint glass and 2 fingers on top of the mixing tin, just to ensure that we don't lose any of this. We'll give this shaker also is not integrated, so we're losing some product. Nice and mixed. And then we're going to add. Okay. So this is where we start building muscles. You're going to have a lot of muscles. In order to get this, in order to make this properly, you're going to have to shake it for a long time. The egg white is it has a lot of protein and it's all very connected. We want to take the egg white and make it frothy. Egg white is not an unusual drink for cocktails. Sour mixes that you can buy sort of imitate that frothiness, imitate the frothiness that sour mixes used to have whenever they contain egg whites. They don't contain egg whites anymore, but it's not an unusual ingredient. A lot of drinks call for the sour mix, and that egg white wasn't yet a part of that. People are going to ask you what you're doing. It's going to be great. You need to get it shaking for at least a good long minute. A minute when you're shaking doesn't sound that long, but it feels longer than it is. As it changes, you can feel it in the mixing tin. It sort of becomes a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, and you can feel it. It means that it's getting close to being done. It's also breaking up a lot of ice and spits. It's fantastic. So now we've got it. It's nice and cloudy. You can see it's nice and thick. We'll strain this into our Collins glass. I like out of breath. You can see, you can't even tell if there's any egg white in it at this point. It breaks up so completely that you don't see it anymore. We'll top this, pardon me, with club soda. Just full. And that sort of adds to the foaming effect. Sort of begins separating as it sits there for a moment, but that's it. We have the Morning Glory Fizz.